So this is part 1 of the assignment 3, and in the scene you can select different type of objects. So you can select a block, and you can stack the block on top of each other by clicking the block on the top, and you can also place it around it. And here you can place another tree, another apple, another stone, another golf ball, and here's a hole, and here's a reference object. I have to mention this is that in the scene you can have only one golf ball, one hole, and one reference object. If you try to place multiple of them, it will just move the original one around. Okay, and you can deselect the object by click it again. So now you deselected it, and you can use the redo and undo button to redo any type of options here, and you can also undo it again. So go back and go like this. Additionally, so now I'm not placing any object. You can select a specific object. Like for example, I can select this tree, and then you will enter the manipulation stage. You can rotate it by clicking this left and right button, and you can also redo and undo the rotation actions anytime. And you can also move this tree around. One thing is that you cannot move the tree overlap on other type of object because there's a collider on all those objects. So for example, I cannot move the tree on top of the apple because there is an untriggered stay parameter in the program. And so if I click save, it will just automatically exit the manipulation stage, and I can also delete it. But at this point, I can also redo and undo any type of options or any type of the operations, and with the reset button, it will clean up all those things. And if I do the undo button, it will bring everything back. And at the bottom, you will have the save button. So if I click it, it will say the config file saved successfully, and I can continue. However, for example, if I remove this reference object, because I must need a reference object in the scene, it will show up. You must have at least one hole, one golf ball, and one reference object. So in this case, I must bring it back and save it again. So the config file saved successfully. Thank you.
Awesome.
So this is a part 2 of the assignment, the mini golf. So at the beginning, the user will see this menu, and so it shows menu and start game. The user can turn on and off with button A on the right controller, so turn on and off. And on the top, it shows the points, the heat, the number of hits. So at the beginning, it's 0. So now user can start the game with the trigger button on the right. Then the user will see the reference object on the left controller, and user can rotate it like this. And then the user can put it on the ground and overlap with the actual object. After that, the user can use the button B to confirm the placement. Okay. And then the scene will be reconstructed, and we have 2 trees, a rock, an apple, and we have a golf ball, and a hole is right here. So at this point, the user can play again. So this will restart this round without replacing the reference object, and the reset game button will go back to the main menu. So for example, okay. So now the user go back to the main menu, and let's do it again. Okay, so at this point, the user can pick up the ball with the grab button. So it's on the right hand side, index button. So the user can grab the ball like this, and the user can also grab it in short distance. So the recast can grab the ball, and the user can also grab it in a short distance. Okay. And then the user can pick up the left controller and play the mini golf. So user has to press down the handler, and it will show up the fairway, and the user can hit the ball like this. And once the ball goes into the hole, the user will hear the winning sound. So it's a soundtrack download from the asset store, and the user will see the "you win" text on the main menu. At this point, the user must select play again or reset game. So if the user selects play again, it will turn the ball back to the original position, and if the user press the reset game, go back to the main menu to start over. Thank you.